What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy SB. And before we get into it, let me just take a little sip of this Starbs because I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of this Black History Month looking a damn fool. It's looking a fool between Chris Brown and bringing Chris Brown down to the Mr. Gorilla Man. Listen, I just feel like this hasn't been a good Black History Month. I don't care. But, I will start this off with saying I'm not bashing this guy by any means in this vlog. We are not going to bash him. I'm not against anybody making their money and, getting to their money and, advancing themselves, elevating. Do your big one. I'm always going to advocate for people to do their big one. That's just what it's about. That's what this channel is about: business and entrepreneurship and life overall. But we do got to talk about cancel culture. We do got to talk about the clout chasing and the lack of morality that exists, right? Not to bash anybody, but I just feel like we got to have a conversation because it's just getting too out of hand unnecessarily. So I'm sure you guys have seen Mr. Gorilla Man. I mean, I don't know his real name. I don't follow him. I don't advocate for his type of content. I'm not really here for it. I just feel that nothing against him, when I don't like something or I don't like a type of content, I just don't engage with it, right? So I'm not giving you likes, I'm not giving you comments, I'm not bashing you or disliking anything like that, because what we need to learn is if we want people to disappear not in a physical sense, but if you want certain content to disappear, even if you talk about music and trap music and all that, you have to disengage with it. So that's kind of my approach to when I come across content that I don't like. However, that's not what happened on TikTok, right? So, Mr. Gorilla Man, I'm sure again you've seen him. He's the big brolic guy that does all the dances at restaurants or businesses, on public trains, all that. Really over the top, and kind of like a caricature of blackness, but not from our lens and not from our point of view, but really from the white man's point of view. And that's why a lot of people are upset. And that's what the people on TikTok they took to get this man banned. I mean, they really did. They really did their big one. They really did their big one. See, what the thing about I love about TikTok is that it is so real and raw, right? Which is why they want to bring it down. It's so real and raw. Like you can just be authentic and be yourself and show up, and people will rock with you if they rock with your content. And the people were just not here for the menstrual caricature, and they really got him out of here. They got him banned, and they stopped his bag. Yes, they stopped the man's bag. And so I wanted to talk about this because I think that they took it too far. I don't think that anybody should have the right and the power to stop anybody's bag who's not doing anything to harm anyone else. Karens, yes, get them on up out of here, okay? Like we got to get them on up out of here. Cancel them. But somebody minding their business and just doing their own thing in their own little lane, in their own little niche on social media, no, no, absolutely not. So I felt like I wanted to have this conversation because I think the cancel culture is dangerous, right? This is something that's been new. This is not necessarily, I want you to get into that light there. We're doing little production things here and there what we can for right now. I just wanted to start making more content. But anyways, so damn, what was I gonna say? Yes, like cancel culture is very dangerous because we live in a society where the overlords and the powers that be, they want everything to be digital and they want that control to cancel you. And, again, if someone's being hurtful, like a Karen is putting someone in danger by lying, or they calling people out of their names and they're attacking people, yes, cancel them down. But what we saw even recently with like Kanye West being canceled by big banks, that's not power that I even think they should be able to have. If you don't agree with someone's point of view and what they have to say, that doesn't give you the right to stop their livelihood. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to be very careful about how we utilize that power. And of course, it always goes back to why do we want to bring each other down? You know what I'm saying? Like the conversation I had days ago about Chris Brown, and people wanted to drag him and bring him down because of his past and because of their perceptions, because we don't know all the facts of every situation he's had. We don't know the behind the scenes, but you know, people based on what they see and what they have experienced on the net, they want to get that man canceled. And I just don't think that anybody should have that type of power. I think we need to use it in the right way, cancel the right people who are actually hurting black and brown bodies. It always goes back to that because we as a community, and it's not to bash the black community, I'm all for the black community. I want us to be elevating and coming together and not being brought down by dumbass conversation. And conversations about menstruals is like, listen, that's a whole different situation and a conversation, and we'll get to that. But I think that we need to be using our power for good. Cancel the people who are actively doing things to harm us, to destroy our nation, to destroy our economies, our neighborhoods. Do it to the people. Listen, I could go on and on and on. And I'm not telling y'all to hurt anybody. That's not what we're saying. But canceling people and restricting them from society if they're harming society, here for that. But we need to be careful because I don't think that we really want to live in a society where anybody can be canceled for any reason without any just due. It can be Mr. Gorilla Man one day, it could be you the next day, and it can be me the day after. I don't want that for us because I don't like where this is going. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to benefit black people in the end, this cancel culture. So that's that. The second point that I wanted to make is in regards to the minstrel caricature and social media. I just feel that as an up and coming social media person myself, I'm nobody big, but I'm definitely out here, just trying to spread and encourage people to be their authentic selves or as close to authenticity as possible on the net, and knowing that you can make a six-figure income, you can make a multi-million-dollar income just from that alone. With that being said, I feel that I don't agree with Mr. Gorilla Man's type of content, and I feel that we should be trying to encourage the younger generation to not be doing anything for a bag. Don't sell yourself out for a bag. Don't sell yourself short for a bag. You're not just the Mr. Gorilla Man. You're not just, you know, um, Mr. doing stunts and pranks on people. You're not just him. You're much more than that. And that's where I want us to be. Part of why I have this channel is to talk about real things in real life and, share a laugh here and there too. We like to have a good time. But it's also to encourage and inspire the next generation. And I feel that some people just don't care, right? So Mr. Gorilla Man is exemplary of someone who just doesn't care. He's going to do whatever he needs to do for his bag. He's not worried about the ramifications for the black community, how we look crazy, how it still holds us back socially because we don't get the respect that we need and deserve. So, we need more content creators who are actually putting out good content and trying to bring a different lens, something we haven't seen before when it comes to blackness. And so, kind of going back to what I said before earlier in the video, the last part that I wanted to talk about is we need to have our own discernment about the type of content that we view and engage with. I never really watched Mr. Gorilla Man. I don't engage with his content. I don't find it funny, but it's nothing against him and him doing his thing and getting his bag. I'm never one to stop anybody getting their bag. But because I'm not a fan of the content, I'm not going to follow. I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to like. And I just think that we have to take that power back from the creators at times if they're not doing right for society, right for the community, and just disengage. So instead of outright banning him, if I was the person making the petition, the only petition that I could see fit is one that puts the onus back onto the black community. A petition saying, hey, we're going to petition to not engage, to not follow, to not interact with this type of content, maybe from these types of creators. You know what I'm saying? But to go and petition for businesses to pull out and back out and for TikTok to shut the page down, like y'all did the most. Like whoever agrees with that, I feel like you're doing the most. I feel like you wouldn't like it if it was you. And I feel like that's going down a very slippery slope that we don't need to go down for something as stupid as someone jumping around the place like a monkey because they want to look a fool. If that's what they want to do, they have all the right to do that. They have all the right to do that. It wouldn't be me, but if that's what they want to do, they have all the right to do that. So, with that being said, I don't want to hold y'all too long. We already gave this too much light, but I care about the community. I want us to just kind of not worry about the frivolous distractions and worry about the bigger cause and the bigger themes at hand, y'all. So as always, if you like this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so that this gets out there and more people like you get to interact with this. And definitely let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Like, do you agree with this type of content? Do you think anybody should care? Do you think that they were okay with like banning him? Let me know your thoughts. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.